Which camera? That camera. Hi everyone, I'm Becky Rose Dungeon Girl, and this is another episode of Return of the Winged Trinity. Woo! And with me today, I have the whole team. They're all here, except I think Phil's just disappeared off camera. Oh no, there he is. Right, so they're all here again because they wouldn't miss this for the world. I hope. Anyway, let's start by a quick recap. Let's have a quick recap. Basically, they're screwed. Everybody is screwed. Right, my sound check worked, so I'm just going to stop that. So, right, okay, so, who remembers what happened last session?
Vaguely.
Do you want to recap us?
I could try. I'll probably miss out some rather important details. But we are in this sort of cloudland of the giants. Can't remember what the exact terminology was for it. And we're attempting to get lower after talking with some of Dak's fellow species. They weren't part of his tribe, but they were still part of the species, and they suggested a certain way down, since we are like a bazillion feet up in the air. And we've been attacked several times. And I remember a point when I was trying to nurse one of the characters back to health, Savannah, I believe, and the rest were all unconscious, so hence why we're screwed.
Yep, basically you're screwed. Now, in Jenny's game, when one of the players introduces everything, she gives them a point of inspiration. But as we've already established, I'm a bitch. So, let's find out. Let's find out who the characters are. Let's hear. I'm going to go from my left, which means Jenny's last, because you already heard from Jenny. So let's start with Mark.
Hi, I'm Sir. I'm the Tire Folk character, and he's good. The unconscious with only a blue halfling for help.
Indeed. Ardus is in fact blue. Just to note that, Mark, your sound was not coming through terribly. It was a bit broken up. I don't know if there's anything to do with that.
I'm reducing the
yes.
stuff.
Ardus looks a bit like I do right now. Very, very blue. I'm just going to keep this on, I think. Phil.
Hi. Oh, sorry. Carry on, Mark.
Sorry, I'm just going to disappear for a while. I'll be back.
Righty-ho. Try not to kill you in the meantime.
I play Dak Cathal. Myself and Folos have just landed on one of these floating islands, and I'm probably going to be in a lot of trouble very shortly. We've lost the other two of our party, and the Goliath that was guiding us to the ground level, and we're on our own at the moment.
Indeed you are. Dak and Folos have become separated from Savannah and Ardus, and none of you have any idea where, and I got the name written down because I didn't want to forget an NPC name this week, Gint Skydancer. So you're all separated. Let's hear from Steffi.
Hi, I play Folos. I'm not muted, am I? I play Folos, and I have borrowed Gent's halberd, which worked really well for me, and it's the first victory Folos really had, so I'm going to be trying to keep a hold of that.
Yeah, we'll see what I can do about that. Jenny.
Yes, hello. I am not a bitch, apparently, and I have another channel, so please go and subscribe to that, where Becky is in one of my games, and she gets inspiration a lot. Let's do the rest of the other characters. But I am playing the halfling who is blue, called Ardus. He did not originally start off as a blue halfling. He was sort of half frozen to death by a yeti, I believe.
Yes, indeed. She made the mistake of going on holiday and leaving me with her character. So, when last seen? When last seen, Folos gave it a mighty strike at an air elemental with this magical halberd, and the magical halberd, when striking an elemental, gives off a lightning strike that's so powerful it shattered the sky island they're standing on. Yes, they are on Sky Island. They're in a sky maze, Sarlan's Reach. I'm going to have to unblue myself because it is so distracting. I keep looking at myself like, what the fuck is that? I look like, what's that character from the Farscape? The really hot one Gigi Edgley played. You know the one I mean?
Zan?
Not the plant. The one played by Gigi Edgley. The cat, like when she first appeared, she played it a bit like a cat, and then she evolved out of that very quickly and started playing her a bit differently. I can't remember the character's name, and it bothers me. She had white hair.
Oh, the grey one.
Yeah, well, yeah, she
her.
was more grey, wasn't she? Yeah.
Kiana.
Thank you, Chiana. She was more.
Oh, Chiana.
Yeah, Chiana. Yeah. Oh, I just so fancy her. Yeah, she was sort of colourless, wasn't she? How do I get? There we go. I'm Chiana. Well, no, I need white hair. That's not working. Oh, right. I tell you what. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
You're sideline now.
Right. So, thank you for that. So, they are descending from. Yes, everyone's actually. Thank you. Yes, Gianna. So they're descending Sarlan's Reach, a maze of sky islands. They are currently still above the clouds, and Savannah and Ardus are on a completely different sky island to Dak and Pholus. So who wants to go first?
Oh, we can go first.
Okay, you land on this island with a bit of a thud, and you find yourself in amongst half a dozen gob-wings. Yes, I said gob-wings because I did some world building and I changed them from goblins to gob-wings because they have wings running from. Oh, that's on camera. Oh, deep as that. Running from about here, from their wrist to here. So they have these little wings and they fly around Sarlan's Reach. And yes, there are half a dozen of them round you. They're quite surprised by your landing, and they see the two of you drop to the ground, and then one of them goes, "It's got the halberd. Hand it over."
I'll point the halberd at them, and I'll try to roar.
To roar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have an intimidation roll. I'm going to set the difficulty quite high, I think. So let's. Oh, that's the second R in the same sentence. God damn it! I thought I'd fix that, but no, my speech is still broken. So let's have an intimidation roll, which I think is quite. I need a D&D character sheet in front of me. I haven't got one. Presence, isn't it, or something?
That's on modified 20.
Oh! Damn, in my mind, that was the DC. Grr.
So I probably roared so hard, some of my boils burst
Oh,
and sprout in their direction.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm intimidated. Oh. They edge away, somewhat repulsed by what they see before them as this half hunchback creature is dripping pustules. Yeah, they step back. I'm going to skip Dax go because he too is repulsed.
That's disgusting.
I'm going to move to the other island in order to purge my mind. Diddly-doo. 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 Jenny,
Yes.
you land with an unconscious Savannah. I believe, did you cast Featherfall on him just as he was landing? I don't think you did you? You caught an edge.
Yeah, I did. I did, in that I sort of grabbed him and cast Featherfall so it would break his landing.
That's right, yes. So you land gently on the island, trying to hop Savannah along as you see the gobwings on the ground. As you approach, I can't fly a cat! And you sort of slowly land bang in the middle of them, and then just all watch you coming down.
Okay. Well, there's not really.
Halberd. What do we do? What do we do? Should we sell them to the dwarves? Yeah, let's sell them to the dwarves, unless it can pay its value in gold.
Oh, well, I can't pay my value in gold, but let me show you how good an entertainer I can be, so you can get a better idea of what dwarves to sell me to.
Yes, why don't you entertain?
Let me entertain you. So I've got the bagpipes out, and I'm going to cast sleep on them. If you can hear that, by the way, it's my iPad that keeps falling off its frame. It's really annoying. Okay, so 5d8 coming up. Please do a good roll. Okay, 24, 26, 28.
28. Hang on a minute. Would 3 of them fall asleep. The other 3 are like, that's not very good. I think you're 5 gold at most. You're blue and ugly and... Do you have 5 gold?
Oh, well, thing was, there was this dragon, you see. Long story.
Well, the cat creature, it pokes Savannah, it's still alive.
Yeah, he's not for sale. He's mine, actually.
We'll take him for your life.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I were you. Or else you might be falling asleep as well.
And back to the other island. The goblins have backed off from Folas, spreading themselves out a little as the circle expands. What do you do?
I'll sort of turn my back on Folas, so we're sort of back to back, and I'll try and attack the nearest goblins.
Okay, let's have initiative.
Not good. It's just a 1.
Okay, I suspect you're going to be like probably last there, Dak. Why did I close this page? Why did I do that? Why? Okay, so I got 19. What did you get, Folas?
10.
Okay. Okay, well, the Gobwings hold their initiative on account of the fact they've not been attacked yet. They're just backing off from Folas, so I'm just going to hold their initiative. Folas, what do you do?
Seeing that Dak's moving into attack formation, I will take a swipe at one of the closest ones.
Okay, let's have a roll.
That is 20 again.
Yep, and the damage?
It's the halberd.
Yeah, you don't get the 3d10 though, because it's not an elemental creature.
Yeah, and I don't get my hex either.
Nope, it's just a halberd, which I'm not entirely sure. Is it 1d10?
It's 1d10.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
And plus 3, that's 6.
6. Okay, you strike at the goblin, cleaving its arm, doing a deep wound into its flesh. It and backs out into the huddle. It hurts, it stings, and it flaps up and off the island, alive. Okay, and Dak.
Okay, I'll use my great axe and attack the closest one.
Okay.
I've got an 11. It's plus 5. That's 15. Sorry, 16.
That's a hit. Let's have your damage.
Excellent. And that is a 13.
30 damage? Bloody hell.
Yes, 1d12 plus 3.
You know, it's nearly enough to kill 2 of these things. In fact, what happens is you was it great axe you said?
Great axe, yes.
You swing the axe around your head and cleave a goblin neatly in half, carrying on into a second, which doesn't do as much. You wound a second. I didn't see that coming. And it too flies off. Its friend torn in 2 by the strike of your axe. The remaining 3 look at each other and fly away. You have fought off the Goblins. Meanwhile, over on the other island, Ardus, you are facing 3 goblins, and you threatened them with sleep. Sleep, you say? And one of them kicks one of his friends, who is stirred to awakenness. Oh. It casts magic. It must be worth more. Take the pipes. And they advance towards you.
Okay, I'm going to wait until they advance a bit closer, and I'm going to say something like, I have another type of magic up my sleeve as well. How about something a bit jollier? I'm going to play a really sort of upbeat kind of folk tune, and I'm going to cast Thunderwave, which is a cone of 15 feet.
Yeah, I think they have to make dex saves, don't they, if I remember?
Make Constitution saves, I've written down.
Okay.
It might be dex, but this is all got my character sheet.
Okay, I'll roll 2 dice, each representing 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they roll 3 and 11. What's your spell save DC?
12.
Okay, that does, what is it, 2d8?
2d8 thunder damage and pushed back 10 feet.
Okay, let's have the thunder damage, because I want to know if you kill them.
Alright. Let's go with that. 5.
5, no. Okay, so what you do, however, as they huddle around you, you unleash this dramatic boom, which is quite impressive percussion for bagpipes when you think about it. And it flings all of the goblins back. 4 of them fall over the edge of the Sky Island. The other 2 land some distance away, clearly badly wounded. It might be too much trouble, this one. Yes, we'll come back with the clan. Yes, good idea. And they start flapping away.
Do I have any chance to try and take a shot at them, or is that too slow?
Sure, but you can deal with the 2 that are flying away that you can easily see, but don't forget 4 of them also went over the edge, so they're in very much different places.
Yeah. No, I'll just take a shot at these 2 that are flying up in the air.
Okay.
So I get out my hand crossbow and...
Okay.
Fine.
I'll give you a shot on each before they get out of the way.
Cool, so plus 5 on each. One of them, I'm assuming, is a hit. So it's 14 and 21.
One of them will get away, but the other one, your second shot catches the goblin neatly on the temple, and it tumbles to the ground. And if you weren't so many miles up in the air, there would be a satisfying impact sound. But unfortunately, that's going to happen to a poor mountain goat.
Sorry, mountain goat.
So, you've dealt with your goblins too. The thing is, you are now all separated. Meanwhile, that island that Pholus broke apart, a huge chunk of it is tumbling down toward you. A huge bit. It obviously got caught in an eddy for a while, and it is now broken free, and is coming down towards Dak. Over to you.
I'll shout to Pholus. Pholus, you see that? See that? Quick, we have to jump.
Can I try to blast that with Eldritch Blast?
It's a huge lump of mountain.
So,
You can hit it,
jump.
most definitely.
Yes, but I can move it. I have a invocation. that I can rappel at 10 feet. So if I can hit it high enough, 10 feet would be enough to pull off course, possibly.
By 10 feet. It's so what's coming towards you is a huge lump of earth. Not a boulder so much as like a chunk of mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. I admire the innovation. I'm not moving for the mountain moves for me.
No!
But it might be just a little ambitious for second level.
No, stop mucking around, move! So I'll grab Pholus and throw him off the island, and I'll dive after him.
But Ardus is like, but I can have it, I'm hard enough!
I can do anything with this halberd.
I feel invincible. Right, so you start tumbling down, and as you're heading down, searching for the next eddy to take you safely to the next bit of ground, you can see Ardus and Savannah, but you haven't felt an eddy. You're going to pass probably 50 meters from them, but you haven't yet. You as you're going past, you can't find an eddy, and you're 20 feet off, 10 foot off vertically. You're level. You're gone just below, and you pass without shouting out, apparently. Okay. Ardus, I'll allow you to, seeing as they didn't help at all there, I'll allow you to have seen them tumbling past.
Okay, yeah. No,
Sorry.
thing was, I was going to try and communicate with them, but I kind of see them falling. I'm trying to work out if they're going to reach maybe anywhere nearby. I'm sort of looking over the edge. So first things first, I'm probably going to try and revive Savannah.
Okay.
Someone will have to remind me about my new second level abilities because I haven't got this on my out of date thing.
Okay.
It's the one. It's not Bardic Inspiration. It's the other one.
Song of
I
Rest.
keep thinking it's Lay on Hands. Yes, that's it.
Song of Rest.
Okay.
You use it during a rest. You use soothing music oration to help revitalize your wounded allies during a short rest. And basically, they get to add a dice to their resting pool. If you or any friendly creatures can hear performance regaining hit points at the end of the short rest,
Okay.
an extra 1d6 hit points. Do you have any short rest dice, Savannah?
I believe so. I don't think I used any when you were trying to make us use them all. So I don't believe I've taken a short rest yet.
Okay, because what I'll do to expedite getting you back into the game, I'm going to be really nice for once. So I don't normally do this, but
That's sweet.
I'm conscious that you're sat there unconscious. So, Dak and Pholus, you catch an eddy and land on an island not far beneath Ardus and Savannah. So, Ardus, you can look down and see them. You can even throw trolleys at
Well,
them.
no, I'm going to do even better than that. I'm going to cast the cantrip message on Dak, which allows me to send him a message,
Indeed.
and he'll hear me in his head, which is kind of creepy at first, I suppose.
I believe 10 words, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. So, Dak, did you see us? We're having a rest now.
Where's that voice come from? What? That sounded...
Obviously like, Dak, did you see us? We're having a rest now.
Having a rest? I was like, oh, how did he do that? Pholus, I've just had a message from Ardus somehow. I just heard a voice, and they're still up on that other island. They're having a rest. We're potentially dying and they're having a rest.
Does he have shovels?
I wish we could message him back. They could throw a rope down.
I don't have any magic like that.
No.
Okay, so Savannah and Ardus, you can take your short rest and you can gain your Song of Rest bonus for an extra d6. Meanwhile, Dak and Volus, you can see beneath you a rather unusual looking sky island. And it has... it's much larger than any of the others, and it seems to, unlike most of them, which appear to just be reasonable size blocks of earth, but this one seems to stretch down into the clouds beneath you.
How far away does it look?
It's probably from where you are now. It's about 200 meters down. Oh, sorry, we're playing D&D. We should do that in feet. 60 feet-ish, 65, something like that. 200 meters, roughly.
600 feet, isn't it?
Shit, yes. Crap. Yeah, it's a lot of d6 falling damage.
60 feet wouldn't be bad. Should take.
I went the wrong way. I'm sorry. I divided instead of multiplied or something. I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
That looks interesting down there. Should we jump down? Can we think we could catch another eddy and float down to that one?
It's possible if we throw some stuff out, we might be able to see the eddies, so we're not jumping blind.
That's a good idea. What have we got?
I searched my bag. I have few pittons and 3 torches.
You could crumble up some bread from your rations if you have any and throw them the crumbs out.
I'm thinking something big enough for us to actually see if it goes down quite a distance.
I'll take a blanket out of my pack and throw that off.
Throw a blanket out.
See if that catches an eddy.
Okay, roll a d6 and a 1 or 2, it does.
D6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh. 3.
Yeah, you throw your blanket out. Bye.
Damn.
Meanwhile, Savannah returns to consciousness.
Yeah. What's the healing from a short rest? I can't quite find that.
You have a number of hit dice, 2 of them, which are the same size as the dice you roll when you go up a level.
Yep.
And you can roll any number of those during a short rest. You can even roll 1 and then say, no, I'll roll the other one.
Sounds good to me.
But you get an
And
extra
then you can
d6.
yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. I blame it on lag. That and a slightly dominant personality. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'll
That's
be
probably
passive if
worthwhile,
that's your
yeah.
thing.
Okay. Thank you very much. So that's me up to 15 then. I'll use both, by the way.
Awesome. Did it. I do hope you're tracking this and haven't left your character sheet in a completely different town, Jenny.
Well, I'm on full health, so I don't need to heal for now, and I know how many hit dice I've got.
What about hit points? Huh?
12, I think I'm on now.
Jenny left her character sheet behind. Black mark number 2. Oh yeah, I'm counting. So
It's going to change colours again by the end of the
oh
session.
yeah. What's your least favourite colour, Jenny?
I don't actually know. I don't have a least favourite colour.
Okay, so yes, you've recovered, Savannah. Your return to
What
life.
the hell's been happening?
Well, as long as you're okay, the others got separated from us. There are these strange goblin creatures around. Some tumbled over the edge. I've sent a message to Dak, so hopefully he
Where are
got
they?
it.
Where are they?
Some might below us. I kind of
Okay, I'll rush over to the edge and see if I can see anything.
Yes, you can see Dak and Folas.
Yeah,
Okay,
I go over as well and start like doing this at them.
They're over there. So how far are they away?
They're. What did I say? I can't remember. They're 60 feet below you.
Uh-huh. Okay, well we have rope, but is there anything to tie it to?
Yeah, you hunt around the island long enough, you find a bit of wood that you can stick into the ground or something. I think I'm being meowed at repeatedly by my cat. No, apparently not. So, it's at that moment, I think, is an opportune moment for Gint Skydancer to land between Ardus and Savannah, unconscious, boom, hard.
Oh, he doesn't look very well.
His ankle is clearly broken.
Ooh. Well, you probably shouldn't see what I'm seeing. Not really sure what to do about that.
Okay, well, I'll at least take a look at Skydancer and see if there's anything I can do to help him.
Make a medicine roll, please.
Okay. Didn't work out too well the last time, I seem to remember. That'd be 12.
Okay, you know enough not to move him. He's possibly got a broken back from that landing.
He's not in a good way. Is there anything you can do?
I can see that. Not really, apart from what I did with you, but that will take some time to replenish.
Well,
I'm not a doctor.
we're going to have to find our own way if we don't manage to revive him.
Well, I've got some water skin, so I'll see if I can get him some water and like maybe revive him a bit.
Okay, you try to give him some water, but he is unresponsive.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of generally examine him to see if he's actually died from the fall.
Okay, make a medicine roll, please.
Okay. A 5.
You know he's fine to move.
Not like I could move him anyway since he's so massive.
I wonder if we could signal the other giants around to come and help him.
Oh, that's an idea. I would need to see them to do so, though. I'll start like looking at. Can you see any?
As you look
I'll look
down,
around.
you see the same large sky island that the others saw descending into the cloud. And you can see movement down there. And although it's a bit too small to see what it is, you can tell that the colour is definitely a fleshy colour. So there's something large and of a fleshy colour. It could be a giant. In fact, there's several of them. So it's either a giant or something equally large and similarly coloured.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Okay. Are they close enough for me to message one of them?
Oh, what's the range on that?
120 feet.
No. No, it was 600 feet below the other guys, and you're higher.
Okay.
600
All right. In
feet.
that case, I start looking around for a bit of debris, like a really small bit of debris to maybe
No problem.
fall
Yeah.
on them, so the old-fashioned way.
But you're just going to throw this debris over the side?
Yeah.
What's that? Okay. At the Sky Island with the giants. What you think is the giants.
Yeah.
Okay. You throw it. It catches an eddy. It takes several minutes. Bolus and Dak.
Oh, look, here's a lady.
Sorry? Okay,
There's an
yes.
eddy.
After
There's an
several
eddy.
minutes, yes, there's an eddy over there.
They're throwing stuff down on us. I was trying to shout up to them, sort of like, Savannah, what are you doing? Are you better? What's going on?
Yes, I'm okay. But Gint isn't.
What's wrong with him?
You're the giant, I don't know. He's definitely ill, though.
Can you lower him down?
No, I've taken a look at him. Can't move him. Well, we can move him, but he might not survive. We could use him as an anchor and lower ourselves down, but that's about the only use for him at the moment.
I don't think he'll be too happy about that if he wakes up.
Yeah, well, we've already stole his axe, so he's not going to be very pleased with us anyway. I think maybe we should tie the rope to him and lower ourselves down. Then we can at least pull him down after us. He's already had one big fall.
Well, I suppose that we'll be back together. How much rope have we got?
I think I got 50 feet. You got any?
I can't remember if I used it all.
If you're willing to leave it behind, 50 feet would be enough to get you down, because you're 60 feet apart, your two islands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prefer to take you with us, but if we haven't got any other choice, then yeah. Look, I think it's the only way to get down to them.
Okay.
The other way, of course, is that we know where there's an eddy. Could they climb up to us?
Yeah.
Tall enough to grab the rope if we lower it over?
I see no reason why Dak couldn't jump and or reach to 10 foot, so...
Yeah.
That would give the extra reach for Pholus.
Yeah. Yeah, could it...
Okay, so lower the rope down and say, you come up to us!
Okay. I lift Pholus up to the rope. Can you climb?
Okay, I try to climb the rope.
Let's have a climb roll. It's going to be athletics, I guess, isn't it?
I think I'm maybe good at that. No.
Oh,
Ooh.
Easy.
just
That's
add my
our point
minus
one.
10. Yeah, you easily climb the rope.
Yeah.
And Dak, I made Pholus roll, so you've got it as well. Oh,
Okay, mine's a 22.
Oh, well, easily done. You expertly climb the ropes between you and make it look like the GM shouldn't have asked for a roll. And you,
As soon as I'm up there, I'm holding the halberd like my precious.
okay, so you get up. You're all together at last.
Okay, so we'll have a look at Gint.
Okay. Savannah refuses to hug the others, even though they've just returned. He's not that kind of cat person.
So I'll have a look at Gint and check his leg, and smack him around the face a couple of times to try and wake him up.
Yeah, he doesn't come to.
Well, we either move him and risk killing him, or if he stays here, he's dead anyway. That's the way of life for a barbarian, I'm afraid, for a Goliath.
Okay, well, I think he's your kinsman. I think it has to be your choice.
Okay, well, we'll try and get him down to the next island, and then down to the large island where we can see the other people moving around.
Okay, well, we saw an eddy over there. I don't know whether we could hit it again.
Can I?
Yeah, you reckon you can.
Okay, maybe throw a few bricks over just at the edge just to make sure, and then think, yeah, I reckon we could do that.
I'll try and lower Gint down to the next small island on the rope.
Okay.
Well, we know where the eddy is from this island.
Are you going to jump from here? Okay, sorry. Okay. I'll hoist him up then, and drag him over to the edge of the island.
Okay, can you make a medicine roll, please, Dak?
Yep, sure thing. That's a 20.
See, Cousin, you can tune in any
Doctor
time.
in the house.
Okay, you expertly maneuver Gint around, making and you secure his back. You tie it to a bit of wood, and so that his back doesn't flex as you move, and you get him hooked onto you in such a way as is quite secure and isn't going to move around and die basically or be paralyzed. No greater fear for a giant, of course, than being unable to take a glorious death. So being paralyzed is like a curse to a giant. So you're all going to dive down. Who's landing first?
Well, since I'm invincible, I guess I'll go.
Oh no, what was something else to land in it?
Okay, so Pholus, you're first to land, or indeed you're leading the way as you tumble down towards this larger sky island. And as you're heading down, sorry, I'm just reading because I've got notes. I actually made notes.
Wow.
You can see. I didn't write a description though. Well, one subtle touch. But anyway, you glide down and you can see this sky island, and it all looks fine and absolutely safe and dandy. And you land on it, and as you do so, as you're coming into land, you lose the eddy for about 2 feet before landing. Nothing unusual there, nothing to panic about, and you fall through the roof and into a really, really hot room. You can see four what appears to be as a player you would know them as a kind of gyroscope, but inside 3 of them are bound elementals. In this room are several giants fighting against a fire elemental. They've just killed it as you arrive. The rest of the party then tumble through into the room behind you. And, of course, lastly is Dak with Gint on his back. But it is Pholus that they see first. And the giants come charging over to Pholus, their weapons raised, and they're about to strike.
Friend. I'm friend.
Let's have an initiative roll.
Oh fuck.
On the party.
Well, at the moment, just Pholus, but you may as well all get it done, because as far as they're concerned, they're in a fight, and you're going to have to convince them otherwise. Oh dear.
That's a 4.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's nothing.
Oh, it's the final roll.
I get +4.
Right. I just need to look up what these should have. I'm not terribly sure. No, I shall substitute. It's the wrong bleeding book. Right. That'll do. Oh, bit hard. Right, that'll do. Just as hard, doesn't matter. Okay. So Pholus, where were you on initiative?
4.
Oh dear. And Ardis?
I've got 21.
Oh,
Not a natural 20 though.
okay. And Dak?
I got 6.
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'll start the initiative at the moment Pholus lands, and then carry on. So Pholus will be first, even though rolling a 4. But as I say, I'm going to start with Pholus because Pholus was up front. So what do you do? Is this so you shout friend? Yeah?
Yeah.
Got 6 seconds to make the most of it.
Friend.
friend.
I take the halberd and I'll put it down and I'll step back from it. So, friend.
Now that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, make a presence roll, and I'll give you advantage for the halberd.
Okay, persuasion roll.
Persuasion, sure. Yeah, I should have a character sheet in front of me, but GM of ill preparedness. I have loads of character sheets here. None of them are for D&D.
Yeah, prison sounds more like corporation.
It's 21.
21. I have to give you that, don't I? Okay. Oh, damn. Right.
Now, Becky, it's not a case of winning or losing.
But I'm not upholding my reputation as a bitch GM here. And I've had 2 unconscious characters in this session. I just did a video. They started off unconscious. It's not my fault. They were from before that video. Okay, so the giants, they, and then of course the rest of you come crashing through. Savannah, Ardus, and eventually Dak. It's a bear stalker, they said immediately. Dak, you recognise the clan. It is written here somewhere because I want to get this right. I wrote it down and everything. Right, they are sand hustlers. This is a tribe that wanders the desert as nomads, trading a lowly life. They have no glory. They hate the concept of glory. They're just nomadic traders. These aren't. They're not even. You're ashamed that they're part of your species, and yet here they are, doing, climbing Sarlan's reach. This is out of place.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing here, you sand hustlers?
It's an honor to meet a bear stalker, says one, stepping forward. His skin dark and pitted, and he has a lot of stubble. Not even a proper beard, because it's not even a proper giant. And says, "My name is Frick Sandhustler. It is an honor to meet a bear stalker, and in fact, a timely one. Here we are, at the end of the elemental run, and we are just 1 elemental short. What good fortune it is to meet a bear stalker under such circumstances."
It's always good fortune to meet a bear stalker. But how did you make it up this far? How did you get through the elemental run?
We climbed. This is the cloud lair. Below here it is all giant bridges. We fought past many goblins and many elementals. Yes, I know we are sand hustlers, but we have had a change of heart, and we are here to earn our glory to compete in the Kalugia.
Well, you'll certainly need to earn glory if you want to compete in the Kalugia. It's an honourable goal to have. You can win yourself more honour if you can help us with Clint Skydancer here. He's injured, and do you have any healers amongst your party?
Yes, we do. Break bread with us. We have much to discuss, Bear Stalker.
Thank you.
And
I'll unstrap Gint and sort of lay him down gently,
Okay.
despite having jumped 600 feet with him.
And crash through a ceiling.
And crash through ceiling.
Yeah, which I don't know how you saw the giants beforehand. Well, presumably that was on an uncovered bit of the island.
Mm-hmm.
Retcon. Yes, so...
I get the helpers back and put it away in with my spear.
Okay, so you break bread with them. You have dinner basically with these sand hustlers, and here comes a bit of plot. Yes, my tribe had to change our ways. We need the glory to compete in the Kalugia, and we need to compete in the Kalugia because we intend to bring about a Wyvern raid.
So, are you going to go on the Wyvern raid as well?
The current Colossus refuses to launch a Wyvern raid. We need to. It is important. The world needs a Wyvern raid, and for once, it needs to succeed. We must kill the Wyvern broodmother. I'm looking at these non-giants around, and I suspect you have no idea what is being discussed here. Allow me to explain for their benefit, please. The Kalugia is a competition between giants held every 10 years. A tribe must not be dishonored, but otherwise any tribe can enter. My tribe is dishonored. We are sand traders, nomads of the desert. We are here in the elemental run to earn our glory. Those who complete the elemental run, it's seen in their pupils, will change to elemental symbols. Hence, my tribe needs to complete this to prove that we are no longer sand nomads. The winner of the Kalugia becomes the Colossus tribe, the Colossus himself being the tribe leader, and rules over Kernhammer, the capital city of all giantdom. And as the Colossus has the power to declare a Wyvern Rock raid. The Wyvern Rock is the home of the Wyverns, whom giants have warred with for centuries. It is our goal to defeat the Wyverns and turn them to be our slaves, to carry us up into the stars to fight amongst the gods, seeking ever greater glories. Battles more glorious than can be won in this mortal realm. However, the current Colossus tribe refuses to launch a Wyvern Rock raid. They are cowards. The reason my tribe has to do this, says to Bearstalker. We discovered a temple in the desert, and we learned something surprising. I could explain it, but I think you would have to see it for yourself. But I'll say this. Our world, our whole world, is not as it should be. It is a rock tumbling in space. Have I lost connection? Oh no, I'm back. It is a rock tumbling in space. A fragment of a planet. You've seen above the clouds. You see the static explosion in the sky? It shouldn't be there. It's supposed to be a sun. And our world shouldn't be this rock. It should be a sphere. I've seen it. Not literally, but in a relief. It's supposed to be spherical. It was spherical when it was made, but it exploded. Our world exploded. It is dying, and it must be reborn. And I know how to defeat the Wyvern broodmother.
And you believe...
Well, that's a start.
You believe that the Wyverns can carry you up to the gods and save the world?
No, no, no. All giants have fought against the Wyverns for hundreds of years.
I know.
Thousands of years.
My tribe has competed very well in the last Wyvern raid.
Indeed. You carry much honour with your name. The Wyvern Rock is about subjugating the wyverns to carry us up into the heavens to fight more glorious battles amongst the gods. However, our purpose, my tribe's purpose in calling for the Wyvern Rock, is specifically to defeat the Wyvern Broodmother. The two goals are compatible.
Does Savannah recognise the description of the temple?
You're curious about the temple. We found it in the southern reaches of the desert. Yes, the entrance appeared to be hidden, and then there was a chamber underneath, telling of a circular history of the world.
Yes.
Some information about history of the world on Wikipedia.
Did you hear that?
To read it to you.
What the fuck?
Would you like to be read to, Becky?
Yes.
I didn't press a
I'm just
thing.
asking.
Siri just decided
Is
that
Siri an NPC now?
she's trying to join in.
God, Siri.
What? Okay. That thrown me somewhat. Yes, we found the chamber, and all of this sounds familiar to you, Savannah. But then there's a bit that isn't, and then there was a what do you call it? A dais in the middle of the room, which you remember. We smashed it to see what was beneath.
You smashed it?
We found another room, another chamber, and this you're not familiar with. Yes, there is another room underneath the first. There are two hidden rooms.
Yeah, I guessed that, but I wasn't going to smash an ancient artifact like that.
How else was we to gain entry?
Well, I was trying to find people who could help me gain entry. Well, I suppose I found one.
Well, in there is another truth, most important. And I would very much like it if you would take your friend here, our mutual friend here, Dak, to that temple. And when you get back from it, Dak, I would very much like to speak with you again. Because I would very much like it if you would take my tribe and lead us into the Kalugia. And I know right now that thought must be a terrible thing to you. But
Leading another tribe against my own tribe in the Kalugia is quite a shocking thing to ask someone.
when you see what's in the temple, you will understand. Which is why I'm not asking this of you now.
The temple.
But you have to
I must see.
the lower room.
And this is just a temple to some false god, is it? It's not one of our Goliath gods.
This temple is important. I will take you there, and then you can make up your own mind.
What about the people that we're meant to rescue? What about the dragons?
I care for the dragons, but this is beyond this current dispute.
Dragons? What dragons?
We have been fighting dragons and all manner of strange creatures you've never seen before.
Dragons haven't
Savannah
been seen in the
slayed a
world.
red dragon.
There is only one, and that is the Queen. The Queen of Moraine.
No, there's more. I
Arthur
played
and-
a swan song to a very beautiful bronze dragon. As it lay wounded.
This cannot be true.
Well,
And together with
I
I
Savannah,
didn't
they
imagine
slayed
it.
You can take my word for it as a bear stalker. This is true.
You slew the Red Dragon of Moraine?
Yes.
Well, yes, after a fashion.
Savannah did, technically.
You
Sorry?
helped.
No.
I just was to tremendously brave.
Shaman, can you discern this? Can you divine where the red dragon is? Yes, I shall do this. And the shaman spits into a wooden bowl, pulls a tooth out, throws that in. I will need hair from all of you.
I
Takes his arm
don't
and
have
just
any hair.
shaves hands it over.
Ow.
Some of your pus should do. Into the
Oh.
bowl. Give it a good squeeze. Good.
Oh.
If I must.
The dragon
What?
of Moraine lives, but they do tell the truth.
We just said that. You didn't have to go to all that trouble.
Queen Telanius is not dead,
No,
but they
just said
killed
anything.
Queen Telanius. No sense to
Maybe
me.
we should go to the temple in the middle of nowhere.
If there's
Yes,
answers
yes.
at this temple.
It's looking far more appealing right now.
Well, till we meet again. But, actually, whilst you're here, we cannot find an air elemental. We have searched the entire elemental run, and we cannot find... Sorry, not air. We cannot find a water elemental.
We've not seen any water elementals. Just air.
If you find one, can you bring it here?
We can try.
Probably not, but we could try.
It must be living. We have to bind it in those devices. Some ancient trap of Sarlan's. When we bind 4 elementals, the power is released. That is when we will have our token that proves our tribe is now honourable. The fate of the world hangs on it.
Okay, so no pressure then.
Are these traps movable? Can we take one of they fixed in this place?
They are fixed in this place. Yes, you must bring the elementals to here.
So below this level there are bridges, you said?
Yes, this is the elemental run. We've just cleared it, so it should be mostly empty. It will, however, draw back in elemental powers from the other worlds, and they will reform here. This is an extremely dangerous, the most dangerous part of Sarlan's Reach. It is not necessary to come this way to the top, or indeed to descend, as you appear to be doing. Nonetheless, this is the way you've come, and it is, at this moment, relatively safe. You want to run through Sarlan's Reach, so below the elemental run, you can take bridges to the bottom, but you need to beware of goblins and the occasional elemental. It's mostly goblins below the clouds.
Goblins.
Goblins, yes. Met them, don't like them.
Yes, they attack sometimes in very large numbers. If you've met them a few times, odds are the next time they will strike in a horde.
Yeah.
And they're likely hunting you. Your
They
friend
did
here,
quite like my bagpipes.
your friend here cannot be moved. We shall care for him and bring him to health.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
That is much appreciated.
He's been a big help to us.
And we'll try and bring you your elemental.
Okay, so, do you guys want to take a rest here, or are you going to try and head through the elemental run before any elementals return?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Are any of us exhausted at the moment?
No.
I'm
No.
fine.
We've had a short rest, I suppose. We've had a bit of food. We press on.
So was that a decision? I think I didn't.
Oh no, I was
You were
asking a
discussing
question.
it.
But,
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. Well, I'm fine to go. We've had some food, as you said.
Yeah, I think the elementals seem to be the nasty things around here, so I think maybe we need to carry on and get through the elemental run. We'll never make it through without more of us.
We can always have a rest at the bottom of the elemental run.
I doubt it, but I still think we should get through.
Okay, you start descending the elemental run, making as quick a pace as you can. There's very
Before we do that, can I leave my spear with the Goliath I stole his halberd? So he
gonna make
isn't
you feel better.
completely unarmed. He does have a weapon to defend himself if he needs to.
Wow. A mugger who gives a receipt. Wow. Okay. Yes, you may.
I'm not completely heartless.
You descend through the elemental run. Unlike the other parts of the island, which are all parts of broken up rock, this appears to be a complete piece of effectively dungeon that has come away from Sarlan's original floating island. And this particular large piece appears to have been the room you're in now is clearly some kind of elemental magical study. But leading into it is where all of the elemental magics that Sarlan used to channel are sort of focused here and channeled through the run. There are all sorts of contraptions and devices on the walls designed to attract elementals in from the other planes of existence and bring them in. Most of these appear to still be functioning. It is very much a manufactured place, this. So, it's been carved out of the rock, it's neatly constructed, and it's clearly a big long corridor that he used to walk down, drawing in the elemental power, and then when he got to the other end, he'd unleash it in his experiments. But you proceed through without taking a rest, so you do indeed beat any of the respawning, as it were. And, yes, beating the MMO at its own game. And so you arrive at the start of the elemental run, where you are in amongst the cloud, and you sort of emerge from this last sort of stone door, and you emerge into daylight once more, and you are in cloud. It's water droplets forming on you, the mist all around you, and before you is a pathway, an actual stone pathway. Some of it looks more recently constructed than other parts of this path. Like there'll be ancient pebbles mixed in with what are clearly more recently cut because they have shaped edges. And that proceeds down into, beyond the clouds as far as you can see. And then as you're walking down this path, who has a passive perception of 14 or more?
Not me.
Nope.
Passive perception, not me.
Oh dear.
I think so.
Okay, in that case, let's just go straight to initiative.
Jeez. Okay. Hey! Oh, wait, actually, no, I can re-roll that because I am lucky. Oh. Well, that was convenient.
That's a bit extreme, wasn't it?
Yeah, dice, you're too extreme. I was just happy with a 6 or something, but no.
What's that, like 25 or something for you, isn't it? Something
No,
crazy.
it's 23.
23. Okay, Pholus?
5.
5.
I'm steadily
Dan?
getting higher.
Mine's 3.
And Savannah?
14.
14. Okay. They're going to get a surprise on you, but after the surprise round, they will act as 18.
Okay.
This is no cloud. It's a water elemental. Oh, why did I just close the book? Fuck damn it. Right, here we go. Got it back again. Okay. Can everybody please make a DC 15 strength save?
Okay, that's the wrong kind of roll for me.
Yeah.
That's a
That's me a
10.
9.
That would be no.
So you all failed.
I
We
15
all
you
I
said?
failed badly.
Oh no, Pholus succeeded. Pholus
I
succeeded.
passed.
Okay, so you find yourself unable to breathe except for Pholas. And I'm going to do it slightly different to the book. So basically, you're going to take D4 damage every turn. So whenever it gets to your turn, roll yourself a D4. That's how much damage you take from your suffocation against this cloud that is fighting you.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, uh, what do you do? Starting with Ardus. You're in a cloud. The cloud hates you.
So we're in it rather than on top of it, you say?
Yes. Yes. This is
Okay.
no cloud. It's a water elemental.
And we're some
Oh,
distance
water.
inside
Oh
it.
yes, of course, a water elemental, you say. Okay. Right, so even though I haven't got much breath left, I'm going to try and do thunder wave at it.
Good idea. Yeah.
Hopefully it won't harm us, but I'm willing to risk that because at the minute we can't breathe.
Okay.
So yes, it needs
Great.
to do a Constitution save.
And it's where is it? Where is it? There it is. 19. It's a pass.
Oh,
I think
fuck,
it still
most
takes
definitely
half
is a
damage,
pass.
but it doesn't get.
It does take half, yeah. It does take half. So it doesn't get pushed, I believe, either.
Correct. It's past that save, so it has
So
you haven't
it's
made a break. But let's have you D8 for the damage you've done it.
yeah. So that's 4. So with sort of the last remnants of breath, Ardus kind of puffs out a couple of high-pitched notes, and there's like a sort of fairly powerful thunder wave that happens around him in this cone, which obviously is attracted to the water.
And the water elemental goes, but I am thunder. Let's have your D4. Meanwhile, oh, it's the elemental. So, yes, it's going to whoosh around and swoosh, whooshing and swooshing. That's like that scene from The Apprentice, if you watched this year. It's going to whoosh and swoosh around and strike.
Yes, I remember.
and strike at the creature that just tried to do it harm, which is you, Ardus. And it attacks for 18, which I believe is a hit.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not nerfing this one, so it does
Oh, fuck.
16.
16.
Yeah. So, I believe that means Ardus, you're on 0, aren't you now, I think?
Yes, I am unconscious.
No, you're not. You are
That's why I put inverted commas.
incapacitated.
Yeah. Good
So
idea. I'm
joking.
incapacitated. Yeah.
As this
I only
water
have
elemental,
little lungs.
yes, piles. What it's basically doing is it's condensed some of its cloudiness and then forced its way into your throat, causing you to choke and suffocate.
Ooh.
Suffocate.
That's a bit horrific.
Yeah, beats being unconscious though, doesn't it? You get to witness the rest of the party dying. Okay, after that it is Savannah.
Okay, so a dual attack with the arm blades.
Okay, slicing away at but these aren't magical weapons, are they?
No. So he'll flail madly.
Okay, you can still might do a little bit of damage, but it's hard.
So we'll give it a go. So, so it's a natural 20 and a what's my bonus on that? And a 16.
The 16 would indeed hit, so do a max damage and then roll 1 for your offhand there, your second strike.
Okay, so that would be 10 plus 9, 19 damage.
19, half rounded down, so 14 total. Okay, so yeah, you slash away at it, parting some water, but it's not nearly as effective as you would like, given that you just thought you did brilliantly. After Savannah, it is Apholus carrying the big anti-elemental device.
Can I get round the other side of the elemental so it's between me and the door?
You're inside it.
I thought I escaped it.
Oh no, you passed your saving throw, meaning that you've been able to reduce the water vapors enough around you to breathe. You're not bothered by this amount of density. Your species is undeterred by what it's trying to do with the suffocation.
Okay, so this won't be as cool as I thought it would be, but I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to try my...
Steppy tonight.
No, that's fine. I'm going to try my Fey Presence. It's a wisdom throw, and if it fails, it will be scared of me.
Okay. What's the DC on that?
That is 12.
What is this? I'm completely unbothered. Bring it on. Yes, the water elemental appears undeterred by you tapping into the fairy tale nature of the world, and it apparently is. It's just such an alien concept to it that it isn't even intimidated.
What the hell is that hitting with the big thing next time?
Well, since I still have my bonus action, I'll hex it.
Okay.
So I'll cause it more damage next time when I actually hit it.
Okay. And Dak.
I can just take it. I see it. Do I? I don't think so.
You have the bone.
I thought we said was it going to be magical though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought we said it wasn't going to be. Okay.
It is just a great club. No, I think it's the necklace that isn't magical. It has no bonuses to hit.
Right.
So for those who don't know, this is a magical leg bone from his tribe. Used to hunt a place in the dead forest. And they've looted the leg bone of a magical creature, and that has somehow come to him. So it's a D8 weapon, and it's a magical strike.
Excellent. Okay, I will pull the great club and give it a swing and see if we can hit the
femur
elemental. That's my damage as well. So that's a 13.
Which is a miss by 1. Huh, unlucky.
And 4 damage.
So you wail away with this femur of some long dead magical creature, but
useless magical creature.
Yeah, what a shame it's not a +1 leg, is it? Okay, that's the end of the go. So next turn, Ardus.
Yeah, okay. There's not really that much I can do at this point.
You can die, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, apart from the dying point.
Oh yes.
I'm
Sorry, I
assuming.
forgot you're incapacitated.
Yeah, I'm
Aren't you?
assuming you want a death saving throw from me.
Yes, please. Yeah, as you choke away on the ground.
Is it just over 10?
10 or more.
6.
10 or more is a success, so it's slightly balanced in your favour.
Yes!
Woohoo! One success.
That's one success. It's a good start.
Okay, and a medicine roll of 10 or more, I believe, will just automatically stabilise you but leaves you on 0 hits. Meanwhile, the elemental tries, who did some damage? Savannah tries to whoosh its way at Savannah. I shall just get the damage dice out now at the same time. Doing. It tries to condense to form a watery attack into Savannah's throat, but all it actually manages to do is to get his fur slightly moist.
Oh! Oh!
Okay.
No, it made me mad.
Savannah, don't forget your D4 damage roll, and
Yes, I think more of the same.
okay.
So, yeah, we'll just do the 2 attacks. That's not quite so good this time. So the wet fur was a real downer on Savannah, and it flails away ineffectively.
Oh, almost feel sorry for you,
Yeah.
but I don't. Folas.
I will swing the halberd and yell, "You will be scared of me."
Yes!
Damn you, Cloud.
That's a 20.
Oh, well, that's a hit. Let's have your 3d10 damage, plus your strength bonus, I believe.
And my hex.
And the hex, yes.
That's 18.
18. That was deep thought there on maths.
What's it taken?
You swing the halberd around, but this time, as opposed to last time where lightning struck the air elemental, this time.
Sorry, 19.
Oh, 19. What did you declare it as? 18. So it's one more.
18.
Yeah, one more. Okay. This time, lightning does indeed form, but you are inside the nearest cloud. So, water, of course, being conductive, means that everyone experiences that 19 damage, which I think puts you all onto 0, doesn't it?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Not quite.
Not quite for Dak. So, Dak,
How does that work with me, sorry?
it's an automatic death fail.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I'd rather have that than be, like, permanently dead from the damage. That's cool.
So, Dak, you're the only one who's, like, because you get blinded and deafened by being in a lightning strike.
Staggering, yeah.
Yeah, as you kind of come to it, you realise the elemental too, the cloud itself, has wilted to just a puddle on the floor. Meanwhile, the rest of your party are all kind of on the floor, choking and dying.
Oh, right. So, who's closest to me? Which one of them is closest to me? I'll try and go to Folus and see if there's anything I can do to help him.
Let's have a medicine roll.
Is the damage from the cloud over at the moment as well? Then
Sorry?
the damage from the cloud is over at the moment as well. I'll take it.
Yes, you're not taking that at the moment.
Okay. So that medicine roll is where's this? There it is. That is just a 16.
That's a pass. So Folus is stabilised after a turn. Then, so the next turn you've got 2 more people. So
How much of the puddle is left?
How much of
Is
the
it
what, sorry?
puddle? The cloud? Is it soaking away?
It's
into
still
the-
there in a puddle. It sparks occasionally, and it appears to be very slowly growing again.
Okay. Um,
Rising up, but very slowly.
can I'll empty my water bottle, my canister, and try and can I get the puddle into the water canister?
Yes, you can, but that will take in total, I'd say, 3 turns. Okay. So is that what you do?
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay, can I have 4 life and death saves, please, from Savannah and Ardis?
Oh, 4.
Yeah. First turn getting to Folus, and then 3 turns while he's messing around with the elemental.
Okay, I get 2 passes, 2 fails.
Oh, okay. Oh, natural 20. That's nice. Okay, so I also get 2 passes and 2 fails.
But you already had a pass, so you're now stabilized.
But I also had a fail, so I'm currently on a tie.
Hang on, sorry. So you before this, did you have a
I rolled
Pathfinder
a
fail?
success, and then the cloud damaged me while I was unconscious.
That's
so I
right,
incapacitated.
yes. So going from your left to right then, you got a second fail, then a second pass, then a third pass.
Then a pass.
That last, so
God for
you would have
that. Okay.
stabilised before that last one. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
And Savannah, your dice are gone, so I don't know where you're at, but...
I've got 2 passes, 2 fails.
Oh, right, okay. So, Dak, you're still the only one who's not incapacitated. You have bottled up the water elemental. Looking around you, you think you might be losing Savannah.
Okay, I'll stagger over to Savannah and try and revive him.
Success.
13.
Unless you got -3 or less.
Nope. clear on that one.
Well, you cut that a bit fine.
That was a very close one.
Goliaths are gamblers.
It's bloody dangerous, that halberd, isn't it?
Especially if you use it inside a cloud.
So,
My other plan failed.
Electricity and water.
you're all stable. I presume you take a bit of a rest to get some health back.
Yeah.
Please.
Meanwhile...
Are we still in the clouds?
No, you've got the cloud inside a water bottle.
Oh,
Okay.
fab.
However, if you want to take it back to that clan, you may need to get through the elemental run. Whilst you decide that, let's take a short break because I need a wee. So,
What's it? Flag
and
time.
also, hang on, I didn't even
about
look.
to say as well.
Fast time.
It's been 80 minutes. Yes, you are allowed a fag.
90 minutes since I did the thingy, but yes, yes.
Oh yeah,
probably,
because there was
yeah,
like a little bit like
yeah. Oh no, trust me, I know. I had the timer going. Those who don't know, I now time between cigarettes and it goes up every day. So I'm on 70 minutes between cigarettes at the moment. That was 92. So go me. Anyway, and it's a count up, not a countdown. I get no alarms, so it's all cool. Anyway, right, yes, let's take a short break whilst the bitch GM goes has a bathroom and smoke break. We'll be
Okay.
back.
Thank you.
Just get the chat off. I keep seeing bits with Lord Morbius says in Becky's window every now and again, and I'm almost busting out into giggles. Yeah.
Oh, hi. Well, that was very close. Oh. Ada's almost being swallowed up by the jaws of death.
That was extremely close there.
Yep. Becky should be running Warhammer. It would suit her as a system. With all the critical hits and dismembering of limbs and bleeding to death and that kind of thing. Like when I did this Warhammer game and this character, and this was like a proper sort of knight character as well, so it wasn't some weakling. He was attacked in the back of the shoulder by a dagger that was thrown at him, and I got a critical hit. So he basically, like, all of his arm came off because of that dagger wound.
Oh.
Like, it just kind of cut straight through. It was that brutal, and I'm just like, yeah, you're not going to survive that.
Lord Morbius said, would a giant sponge be effective against it?
Never really thought of that.
And I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, are we all here? I should have got a drink. I need a drink, actually. Glass of water will do. Okay, a glass of water. But yes, I'm back. So, did you say you were busting out into giggles?
I was almost busting out into giggles. I kept seeing stuff Lord Morbius posted when it was on the window.
I haven't been able to read the chat, unfortunately. It's been too much of it, but I will watch it again later and read it all.
Basically, all I can see is a red lion. Just down the list.
I can only make out Lord Morbius because it's the red avatar and that sort of draws your eyes. DM Critical Fail asked what's with all the pus. Bolus is a hideous hunchback. It's not puberty, it's just his hideous hunchbackness.
Yes, the players haven't found out why yet, have they?
Not yet.
No.
Those guys don't actually know how you created a hunchback. Cool. Yes.
No.
All will be revealed in good time.
Yeah, I'm also slightly uncomfortable about that plot thread regarding me being taken somewhere and something.
Oh, yes.
By Tholus.
Yes.
Yeah, where's that voice in her head gone? Or his head, rather?
No, it just hasn't said anything. It's not gone.
I was just kind of there, like, thinking, yes.
Only mentions things occasionally, but that's for Photos to worry about.
What? So is this thing like what? Oh, is Is it like on Facebook or something where like every so often a proverb or a sort of inspiring quote pops up?
Well, it actually happens right now. Bolus, you hear a
Oh, does it?
familiar voice in your head. Excellent. You have a water elemental. Perfect. You should take it back through the elemental run, though it is quite dangerous now. There will be many elementals there. Nonetheless, you should get that back to that giant clan, the Sand Hustlers. Yes, yes, excellent. My plans are coming together.
So while you were all lying there, and all looking pretty rough, so we take the elemental back.
Well, yeah, I think we need to take it back. Dak, what do you know of the elemental run?
I've only heard stories. I've heard stories of my life about the elemental run, but my clan don't do this. But
your clan would fight their way through. Can we simply run through?
no, probably not. Like I say, my clan doesn't do this, but it's it's a dangerous thing to do.
For those who don't know why we're all laughing, it's because Jenny just put in our private
I'll put it
chat.
in the chat as well. I didn't think it was that funny, but okay, I'll put it.
It was very
That was
timely.
why I was laughing.
Very, very appropriate.
Uh-huh. Oh dear. Moving on.
It's a very, very dangerous thing to do.
But so is trying to fight all the elementals.
Yes, well, that's what you will be doing. But we did say we'd try and get it back to him, so honour demands we should take it back.
We need to get it back to them, but you sent a message before Ardus. Can you send a message to the clan leader? They could come to us.
Yes, as long as they're close enough. Preferably if I can see them.
Can we just shout in the cave and see if they come to us?
Good.
I mean, it's got to be a decent echo and they know which way we went.
Well, they sent us for the elemental. They're not going to come looking for us.
No, we we just need to make a start back. The longer we leave it, the more elementals are going to turn up.
Mm.
Okay. I still think that speed is of the essence here. And getting the other clan on joining in. They just underrun.
How recovered are we, Becky?
How recovered are you? You're still
Yeah.
on, 0
Level
hits
2.
effectively. You're conscious, but you have no hit points. Well, I think you have a couple, but everyone else
Yeah.
is 0.
Oh, okay. I thought we'd taken the long rest, sorry.
Oh, yes, if you're taking a long rest, then you're back to full.
So, okay, maybe that's the first decision before we decide what we're doing then.
Yeah.
I suppose if we go now and fight, I for one am dead.
I can't find
If we wait, there are going to be more elementals. So, avoiding fighting the elementals, I think, is the best idea.
I hate to mention this, but I have that spell where I can run quite fast.
Well, that's a good plan. I was going to do it myself.
I've got a little tune where I can break away and get a head start, but then I'm slow.
I can run pretty fast, and I can avoid some attacks.
Look at nerves on your face, Mark.
I'm looking. I don't really want to get Savannah killed, but he is a brave martial artist.
I will just check if see my spell is self or tots, but I'm pretty sure it's self.
If it's expeditious retreat, I'm pretty sure that's self only.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right, it's only self.
Yeah. For a full round, using all my actions to run, I can make it 90 feet per turn. But I have no health, and that'll just make me do nothing but running.
Yeah, it's 5,280 feet long, or 1 mile.
That's quite a long way. You're going to give us endurance.
Oh yeah.
Concentration 10 minutes.
You can do a mile in 10 minutes, easily. You can do it
I
in...
do it on my own back in 10 minutes.
How fast is Savannah? Let's just have a look. I can't actually find it.
Top of your character sheet?
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking for. He's got an extra 10 foot per round.
Yeah, so your base speed will be 30, so you'll be doing 40 feet.
Yeah,
And if you take the
exactly.
dash action, 80.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan, guys?
We must have had a long rest by now, mustn't we?
Yeah, you can have a long rest.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take a long rest. Well, I'm willing to try this.
As am I. I think if we go together,
Okay.
maybe.
Well, we will have the long rest and cut behind and pick up all the pieces.
You don't think this is a good idea, Dak? You
A
prefer
lot
to
of
fight?
a lot of tribes lose a lot of warriors doing this.
But they're trying to fight.
But because they have to. If you go through the elemental run, you have to fight.
Only if you want to gain honor and trap the elementals at the other end.
Well, admittedly, no one's tried it, so okay, if you want to give it a go.
Okay, so
You're alive.
who's doing the run and who's got the water bottle?
Well,
I'll give the water bottle to.
Savannah.
What the hell?
You're doing it again.
Siri, stop interrupting.
No! And now it says Vincent Van Hello, because he doesn't understand the Dutch accent. What the... What is... Seriously? I don't understand you, Siri. Why? I'm not pressing you. Okay.
Okay, so have we had a rest, or are we going in with 0?
Yeah, we've had a rest. I've had a rest.
Have you rest, I think. It's a kind of a requirement, I think.
Yeah.
So, who's doing the run?
I'll try to do the run.
I'm not going to be fast enough to actually keep up with these two, I don't think.
Wow, go on then.
I don't know about Ardis.
Maybe I could be carried?
Not going to give the dash action to anyone carrying a halfling.
No.
Alright, that's fair.
So
Yeah,
is
so-
it just the one person going, or are you all doing it as a team?
I'm going to not wait for anybody.
I'll
Tactics
go with
is
Savannah.
run, avoid any fights I can, and use step of the wind if necessary to avoid a fight. I can do that
Okay.
twice.
Can I go with Savannah, so if he runs into something, I can take the fight and he can move on?
Okay. So, how fast do you move, Folus?
Using all my things into movement, it will be 90 feet.
90 feet. And is that maintainable for several minutes?
Concentration 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so she's actually faster.
Mm.
But
But-
mine's the rise in concentration.
Is that with or without the dash action? Is that,
That's with the dash
that's
action.
with the
but
dash. I see. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's an extra movement on top, isn't it, as a bonus action or something?
yeah, it's an extra dash on top, I think.
Okay. So the plan then, as I understand it, is Savannah carrying the water bottle, moving 80 feet per round.
Yeah.
Right. Let me just do some quick maths in my head. Yeah, let's have a D20, please.
I will stick at the same speed with Savannah unless I'm needed to do otherwise.
Fine. Let's have
15.
15. Okay. So, and you're moving at 80 feet per round. So you're 1,200 feet in when you come across the first elemental. Only another 4,080 to go. It is an earth elemental. So basically, as you're charging down, the ground stands up in front of you with the sound of falling stones and clinking to the floor and stuff. And there it is, right in front of you is an earth elemental. What do you do?
Can I avoid a fight by continuing to run? Is it faster than me?
Yep, you can basically, if you just forego dash this turn, take the disengage, you can move past it and then sprint.
That'll be the
Earth
plan.
elementals are quite slow,
Yeah.
so it's unable to maintain pace with you. Folus, what do you do about the earth elemental? Do you just sprint past it, or do you deal with
I
it?
follow Savannah's lead. I make sure he goes first.
Okay, so you both sprint past it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have another D20 then, because it won't keep pace. It will continue running after you, but it won't keep pace.
Who from?
It's very slow at the minute.
Let's have the water bearer.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, roll that time. 18.
Oh, 18. Okay, so another 1,440 feet. Leaving 2,640 feet to go when you come across a fire elemental. Now this one does move a bit quicker. So
Yeah.
it wisps into life in front of you and forms the vague shape of a creature with arms and a head and eyes and a mouth in its non-corporeal kind of shape, gaseous shape. So, what do you do?
I spend a point of key and the step of the wind to disengage and continue running.
Okay, and Folus.
Does it seem to be attacking us, or does it seem just to be there?
It's certainly intending to.
Okay, I'll take a hit at it.
Okay, so as Savannah builds up speed for this dash past it, the fire elemental goes to react, but then sees Folus coming in at it, and let's have initiative between the two of you.
20.
21. So the fire elemental gets an attack off on Pholus. There it is. 6. And I get 2 of them. And that's 2 hits.
Yes, it is.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Wow. Kind of bad, but I tell you what, I'm not going to add the pluses, but that's 15 damage.
That's
Does that
me
put you
down.
down? That puts you down. Okay, so Pholus goes charging into the fire elemental, but catches a blaze and starts screaming in agony as all the boils start burning on his flesh. Savannah, what do you do?
Continue running.
Oh!
That's the plan.
Okay. Right. Let's have. I'll tell you what. We'll do it turn by turn with the life and death saves. So let's have your first. Well, do it. Roll 3d20 first of all. 1 pass, 2 fails. Okay, you can hear Pholus in the tunnel behind you screaming in agony. The fire elemental is pursuing you, and you are pulling out slightly from it. Meanwhile, Pholus is screaming in pain, and his voice is getting weaker. Let's have the next d20, please, Effie. It's a pass. Ooh. 2,320 feet to go there, Savannah. And it's another d20 from Pholus. This decides it either way. Oh, no. Okay. So, Pholus.
Can I go
no
out?
longer... Sorry?
Can I go out and a pop that just sort of echoes through the cave?
You can do, yes. Oh, I feel really bad. Are you okay with your character dying?
Yes.
I had plans.
I know.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Yes, there's a huge explosion. Savannah, could you make a dex save, please?
Okay. Pass. Yes, that's pass, isn't it?
Well, it depends on the DC, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry.
What's your
I got
pass?
Dex is +4.
6? No, that's a fail.
No, I was going the wrong way.
You are hit by a large globule of Pholus's pus.
Ugh.
It's sticking
That's going
to
to
your
take
back.
weeks to lick off my fur.
1,440 feet to go. Let's have a d20, please.
Oh. Better. It's
So
obviously slowed down by the slime on my back.
I get 1,441, 2,320 to go. Yeah. And this time, it's an air elemental. And it doesn't form in front of you. It's actually moving towards you incredibly quickly.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
What do I do? And how far is there left to go?
There's 2,240 feet.
Okay, so it's going to be able to keep up with me in air elemental. Now, I think I still have to carry on trying to run.
Okay. So in a couple of 100 feet, you come. Well, no, it'll be 100 because it's moving towards you. You meet in the middle, as it were. Mm-hmm. So this is the moment where it's going to meet. Do you do your key thing or something?
Yep. Disengage and try to run past it and keep going.
So what's your total movement on that turn?
That I was hoping you weren't going to ask me that. Let me try to find
So it'd
that
be
out.
40 foot. You're not taking. So you're taking a disengage. What does the step of the wind give you?
Um, it's the disengage action actually. Jump distance is doubled for the turn, so probably sort of jump over it or something like that. So not
Okay.
a lot extra.
Okay. So it doesn't get to hit you this turn, but in the following turn, it transpires that it moves quicker than you.
Yeah.
And by my calculations, you'd have to survive 26 turns of it hitting you.
That's probably not going to happen, is it?
So to cut a long story short, they're never heard from again.
Ow.
Eeps.
You will hear from them again, in a roundabout way.
In a ghostly voice.
Okay.
Ah,
So from Ardus and Dax's point of view, a day passes, and a Goliath tribe emerges from the elemental run. Basically, they've come back through. And you see, what was his name? Frick Sand Hustler. He comes up to you, and you see in his eyes he has an element of flame for the shape of his pupil.
Okay.
Our tribe owes you a great service as thanks for the sacrifice that your friends made.
did they made it through to you?
No. But we heard their death cries. I have to say, if you burn a cat, it certainly makes a sound.
Yes. Well, I'm sure they died with a lot of honour.
Yes.
And
There
screaming.
is a chance, actually, that they could be brought back. It's the strangest thing, but our shaman tells us that you're from the future. Therefore, their past selves must still be here.
From the future.
Yes, all of you.
What?
So
I did hear you right.
Yes.
how does he believe that's possible? How?
We have no idea. But you are from the future, 3 months in the future.
So we're going to be here again in 3 months.
Well, you won't, but your past selves will be. Which is now. But somehow you've come back in time. I was rather hoping you would hold the answer to that. I'm surprised that this is news to you.
How have we become separated from our past selves? How are we 3 months ahead of our own selves? How is that possible? That's stuff of fairy tales.
I am but a humble desert trader. I'm afraid I hold no answers to this, though I'm sure the GM does.
Well, have you seen our past selves? How do you know this?
Our shaman has discerned it. We were confused by how you could have killed Queen Tilanius and yet she still lives. So our shaman did more divination. But we have no idea how you have travelled back in time. What have you done?
Dak, you don't think
We've
it was
been
that?
to Sarlan's Reach. We've been to the Crucible.
You've
Yeah.
what? You made it to the Crucible? With 4 of you?
Yes,
Yes.
somehow.
Yes, we did.
I am
That's-
humbled.
That's why we're on our way down, because we'd already been to the top.
I
And
can't wait till I reach
what
solid ground again.
was in the crucible?
Machinery, a huge mechanism showing the planets and stars, and
I see. And did this machinery
We
move?
tried.
yes, it did. It did,
Yes.
and that must be the magic that sent us.
I see. And
Yes, but we moved it forwards and backwards. I can't remember how much.
did it
each.
finish in the same position? By the way, no, it didn't.
No, I'm afraid it didn't. No.
Well, that must be how you're 3 months out of sync. You have arrived 3 months before yourself. Which means your friends are still alive and you can change their path.
Right, we simply prevent them from running down that elemental run. I
And
knew it was a stupid idea.
and
What we tried to tell them.
where were they 3 months ago?
That's a very good
Back
point.
in Marine.
Just to fill you in here, Folus said he came from let me
Yeah.
get the map up.
Earth wasn't in Moraine.
Folus was from, let me get the whiteboard up, this forest somewhere, and Savannah would have been
Yes,
from the desert somewhere.
We travelled to Moraine, didn't we, at the start? So,
Yeah.
so they're on the road somewhere. They're both on the road somewhere.
Yeah. Let me just.
How long was Savannah studying the temple?
Well, you all came in at the start of you were travelling to Moraine at the start of the adventure. We didn't really fill in exactly. We just met on the road, basically, is all we said. So.
Yeah, but Savannah's history was he was studying the temple before then, before he travelled.
So at this moment in time, he's probably at the temple.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well, things don't know that.
and you know where the temple is?
I
Took
do,
it to-
yes.
Can you give us directions or a map? 'Cause that's,
I can.
that
Ta-da!
would be. You've got one of those.
Yeah, it's actually let me just count the spaces. So the temple from Sarlan, once you get to the base of Sarlan's Reach, it's about 10 days travel.
And we
And-
could go past the temple first, and then over to intercept Folus.
If you would agree to lead our tribe in the Kalugia, I would be happy to give you the blessing of the desert, which will protect you from assailants whilst you cross the sands.
Well, you've completed the elemental run, and that has brought great honour on your tribe.
Yes.
I would be honoured to lead your tribe in the Kalubia.
Just so you're aware, though, their tribe doesn't have as much glory as yours does, but they're no longer in shame.
No, but I'm
Okay.
sort of like outside of my tribe anyway, aren't I? So
Yeah.
yeah. But obviously they've done us a lot of help here, so
Then it shall be done. You have the blessing of the desert on you.
So Ardus, what do you think if we go to the temple to try and find Savannah on the way, and then after they're on the way go through and see if we can find Folus?
It would take a long time. But I am willing to try it. What about our own selves, though? Is there any way that we can change into our past selves?
Change into your past selves?
Well, I hate to say it, but I suppose wouldn't we have to die in order to become our past selves?
No, your past selves are wherever your past selves were. You are your future self.
Well then, 3 months ago. Would 3 months ago, just out of character, be before everyone sort of met up, or
Yes.
after?
It's before.
Oh, before. Okay.
I
So I
believe
was
it's before the
potentially
first game as
to
well.
a grumpy
Yes.
racist.
Yes, before everything, before both campaigns.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's 3 months less a couple of days, and you're about to spend 10 walking across a desert, so... So,
Yes.
we are on our way to Kernhammer. We are descending Sarlan's Reach now. So, you can travel with us the rest of the way. Your journey will be safe.
Thank you very
I
much.
like that idea very much, thank you.
Okay. You spend several days descending Sarlan's Reach. It is uneventful. You then part ways with the Sand
Sand Hustlers?
Hustler tribe and head across the desert with directions. Yes, my cat is meowing away and poor thing is getting ignored. She caught a toy mouse.
Oh.
It's the echoes of Savannah's death cry.
I was going to say, how come I didn't get any toy mouse?
You had gobwings. There are two things my cat hunts: toy mouses and cellophane. I wake up and my bed is full of cellophane. She'll even take it out the
well,
bin.
we didn't really
Not
need to know
nice.
that, did we?
But anyway, you then spend 10 days travelling across the desert, following the directions of the guy, Frick Sandhustler, and you arrive at Trinity Temple. And at that moment in time, you see a slightly younger Savannah sat on the temple doing... Actually, why don't you take over from here, Savannah? What are you doing at this moment? It's your original you. You haven't met these guys before.
Savannah's sitting cross-legged on the just out of character. Didn't the Sand Hustlers just say that they'd broken into the temple by this point?
They had, but that's not on your timeline.
Yes, it is surely, because they've talked to my older self.
Oh, hang on. Yeah. Fuck.
So Savannah suddenly wakes up with a broken temple around him.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do a bit of GM godly intervention here. You haven't experienced the temple being broken until you go inside it with these guys.
Okay,
Because
so
that's the way
Savannah-
time works in my universe, bitches.
Okay, so Savannah is sitting cross-legged outside of the temple, and he opens one eye as these two creatures walk up to him. Hello, can I help you?
Hello, Savannah, you don't recognise us. It's a long story, but we were members
See,
of a
first
party.
of all, Cat.
No, I've been sitting here contemplating this temple for the last 3 months. I think I'm not quite sure, but there can't be any. No, I just can't believe it. I've been
I'm still getting
trying
my
to get
head
into
around
the temple.
it.
The inner room. There's an inner room here.
Things have been extremely difficult. You've been at the top of Sarlan's Reach, you've been into the Crucible, and some things went wrong with the world.
Now that part I can understand, but
Afraid shortly afterwards you died.
well, I'm feeling in rude health.
Dak, we aren't 100% sure that he died. He just never came back.
Well,
the Sky Hustler has said he died.
For months now. There's an inner room. Maybe you can help.
Well,
Yeah,
let's go inside.
I can't believe anything you're saying, but,
we
you know.
have some information. We have some information from some other people that's been here before, and we might be able to prove some things to you.
Okay, well, I'm willing to listen. I'm always willing to learn. Let me show you. Let me show you the temple.
Okay.
I take them inside.
He takes you down a hidden entrance, a trapdoor that takes, if I remember right, you have to pull some part of a relief or something to open it. And then that brings you down into a hidden crypt underneath the temple. And in the middle of this room is a smashed dais that to you, Savannah, was not smashed when you were in here only this morning.
Yeah, look, that... What?
Around the walls of this room, it's a circular room. And it's basically a pictorial relief, and each relief leads into the next, so it has multiple stages, and it forms a continual circle. So in the first part of the relief, it shows dragons building the land in a sphere, which is heresy, because the world is not a sphere. The heavens in a cube, which, okay, maybe. And it shows the dragons making life. The dragons have names. Tio, crap, Trix who made the heavens, Tio made life, and what was your one called, Jenny?
My what? Sorry.
The dragon from the previous campaign.
It was called Kin.
Kin, yes, and Kin who made the ground, was it? Did I get that the right way round?
Yes, the Earth.
Yes, the Earth. So it shows that happening. That then proceeds into the next part of the relief, which shows that the life created by Tio was contaminated by other gods. And then in the third part of the relief, it shows the corrupted rising up and destroying the world, although 3 eggs survive. And then that relief shows the eggs hatching into the dragons that then create the world. So it's like a circular story. And then there's the smashed dais in the middle of the room, which appears to lead down into another chamber that Savannah has never seen.
Yeah, so Savannah just ignores these other 2 strangers and rushes over to the entrance and peers down into the darkness.
Yeah, there's no light down there.
I will
see for intuition.
I'll put a torch. I'll put a torch from my backpack and light it. And
oh,
okay.
Do you mind?
You descend down into the lower chamber, and again, it's a similar pattern. It's a circular room directly below the one above it, and there's a 3 stages of reliefs. It shows the Wyvern Broodmother and a witch god. Which, did you... have any of you ever met Repugnant Zell in the tower?
Not these characters, I don't believe.
No, these ones.
No. Okay. So it shows the Wyvern Broodmother and a witch god who are born and enter the cube. And in the second relief, it shows them doing the corrupting. And in the third part of the relief, it shows them dying and leaving the cube. It also shows the manner of their deaths that I'll fill in later, depending on how you do it. Maybe I'll give you some clues. I haven't decided that bit yet. So yeah.
We got the idea. So Savannah just rushes over and studies every inch of these carvings, completely ignoring the 2 behind him.
So I'm just reading Lord Morbius's chat.
Yeah. This is amazing. I must study these more.
So that's what was so special about this room.
That's why they want to do the Weir and Run. Weir and Raid.
Who?
We met some others of my kind at Soren's Reach, and they told us of this room, and they told us they'd been here and opened it.
What, this morning?
No, some time ago. It's complicated.
Look, I'm not just some cat here. I can understand complicated things like speech and everything.
Ardus, can you help explain this? It's
Well, I can't really spell it out for you. This is all true. We all know about this room. The giants told us about it before we came here. God, Maddie Pryor, it's hard explaining to Savannah. How the hell is it going to be like explaining it to myself?
Well,
yes, two sets of bagpipes. We've not thought this through.
I just can't follow this, but you seem to know more than I do. So,
well, there was a fourth member of our group as well that we've yet to find.
Well,
his name is Stolus. Well, he said he was a dwarf. I never believed him, but he did save my life.
Okay.
So
well,
I still owe him for that.
Okay, well, I suppose there's not much else I can do here now. I've been trying to get into this room for months. And, well, the story's quite simple, I suppose. What it means, I can think of on the travels. If you will accept my help, I will travel with you.
Yes, we're willing to accept your help, and it would be an honour to travel with you again.
Okay. Folus, comes from Arwent, which is the home of the Wood Elves. It's about 3 weeks' travel from here. And looking at the time, I think what we'll do is we'll do that in 2 weeks' time. And if Steph is here, it's an uneventful journey. And if she isn't, you have a journey. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Party saved. TPK'd. They have an extra life each. So
I
yeah.
will know how to make more.
Well, yeah. Just get back to the crucible somehow. But don't forget, right at the moment, the top hasn't been blown off the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got to kill that dragon again.
Yeah. So thank you very much for those of you who've watched this live, and for everyone who joins us later. We've had how many people have we had watching live? How do I get that up? Live control room. This is the live. Oh, there we go. Analytics. Right. We've had. We have 3 right now. We've had 30 in total, I think. Is that what that means? I don't know. There's been some stats, people. We have statistics. It was certainly the most chatty game we've had, though. So thank you very much to everyone who took part in chat. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks.
When we'll be travelling to Arwent. We may already be there, or there may be a journey there, depending on player availability. Which means I have to prepare 2 quests. God damn it! I tied myself into a corner there. There won't be much of a journey. Okay.
Well, we can talk about what adds up to. Yeah.
Yeah. So, see you next time. Thank you, everyone. For those who watch later, I hope you enjoy it all and everything else. Bye. 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 Where's my mouse? There it is. Bye.